we're trying to go the other way. So now they're starting us with a decimal number. This right here, oops, is a decimal number. So that's a decimal number, meaning, and we have to change to scientific notation. Oops. So we're in decimal notation, and we have to change it to scientific notation. Okay, now let's become really clear on what is scientific notation. Let me write it over here. So scientific, okay, let me get a little more room here. Scientific notation has two parts to it. Number one, you've got to have the decimal after the first non-zero digit times 10 to some power. So that's what it means to be in scientific notation. The decimal has to be after the first non-zero digit times 10 to some power. So that means I have to take this number and I have to rewrite it, putting the decimal after the first digit. So it's going to have to be, back up here, 6.01 times 10 to some power. Let me write that a little bit better. 6.01 times 10 to some power. So how do we know what powers? Everybody see what I did first off. I put the decimal after, so the decimal is after the first digit, the first non-zero, right? You have to put it after the 6 because that's the first digit that's not 0. So you put it after the first non-zero digit, but it doesn't really belong there. I mean, the number, the real true number, the decimal is supposed to be there before the 6, isn't it? So what power am I going to put on the 10 to tell the decimal to go back where he really belongs?
-1.
There it is. It's got to be -1, doesn't it? That -1 power tells this decimal, go back 1 where you really belong, because you really belong there. And that's our answer. 6.01 times, and they want you to go, 10 to the -1. I think they want you to use, on some of these, they're going to describe different ways. On this one, they want you to just do the shift 8. Remember what's above the 8 is that asterisk? That'll be the times dot in the middle. Shift 8, that's the times. 6.01 times 10 to the -1 power. There we go. Does that make sense how that works? Questions I can answer?